is once more time to do the collab again. Or resume it, not really again. You know what I mean. I really like this theme of the collab here. I suppose that theme. Few parts of it reminds me of something. I just cannot really put my finger on it though. It's not Arknights because I have never played Arknights, nor have I really listened to the OST of it. Either way, yeah. We got a new well, we got a she ID coming in. Everyone's surprised, finally happening. After over 3 years since the release, since the launch of Limbus, we haven't got any, aside from 300 she IDs. And now we're getting a maybe proper, definitely very different from the ones we've got. 30 ID for Faust, which also seems to be a different branch because they're using a spear, I suppose, or something like that, instead of like a sword. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe the next Intervallo or whatever. Or actually, maybe the new Kanto, the Ryoshu's Kanto, will feature she IDs and such. Because I don't be skipping like intervals and stuff in favor of the collab. Like there was something like that, maybe. I do not remember exactly. I heard people saying that though. Anyway, hopefully we'll get through the collab in this stream. Because yeah, due to my predicament, the streams are kind of off and on. And yeah, time-wise as well. I'm streaming in the morning, which I don't like doing. Usually because the sun just blasts through my windows and I just cannot see anything on the screen. It is what it is though. So without further ado, let's resume. We're gonna get on that boat, finally. After failing the reading check with the knight. This time maybe will be better. Alright, I was thinking of streaming yesterday actually, but I forgot it's Thursday today. And yeah, the rewards for the mirror reset. So instead I just had to do a mirror and did a mostly solo with Rhodia. DSC Rhodia to floor 15. It went very smoothly except for the part where I had Don Bike as a boss. I believe the first phase. Dung back, maybe. Actually the second, I don't know. But due to me being low on like sinking upgrades and new gifts, I couldn't really make her go to 100 minus 45 sanity first turn to make her stagger before she staggers me. So yeah, I was kind of stuck there. I had to use Honglu for a battle. But yeah, other than that, it went pretty nicely. Anyway, we're gonna be using a sinking team, like last time, for the boss. Mostly sinking. Because this seems to be a sinking-centered interval. I'm mostly saying because of the night fight, and when I was doing the mirror, I saw a ego gift that would have been really good to have on my run, as it basically was plus 25% more damage if the enemy has sinking. Of course I did not take it because that would just be spoilers for the interval. So yeah, now I have even a more determination, bigger determination to finish this. This is the doctor, researcher at Rhodes Island. Nice to meet you. Oh fuck, it's him. It's the MC from Arknights. As far as I know, he is pretty much as well. Just as much of a goofball as Dante is. But now, after everything we went through, finally had the chance to meet the Doctor of Rhodes Island. I realized that I had been building a vastly different image of them in my mind based on the name alone. I was thinking they were going to be someone like Yi-Sang, Faust or Hohenheim from LCE. Hold on. Alright. But the first impression of them was similar to what I felt when I met a K-Corp employee. The cloak just ticked. The cloak, the clock. And this is Dante, a manager at Limbus company. That ticking just now was nice to meet you. Okay. Thanks for accompanying Amiya. Honestly, I was pretty worried when we were separated at the border. I should thank you and Amiya actually. We would have been in a real pickle without her, so... It's a bit embarrassing to repeat that myself. Data says that we would have been in a real pickle without Miss Amiya. Sorry, Manager Bud, can't talk human, so don't worry about it. We'll take over the translation. It is incorrect to state that the manager cannot talk human. A more accurate assessment would state that the manager is incapable of accessing sonic means of communication, which includes verbal communication. However, they are able to produce repetition of multiple sounds that may register on a similar scale to the ticking of multiple hands. Ticking of multiple hands, second hands, minute hands of a clock. I don't know. Something about the way Mersfeld put it sounds worse. Don't worry. It is not a difficult task when only a single individual has to be translated. Doctor, let us move on to the next steps of the plan. Next steps? Thanks to Limbus company's efforts, we obtained the exact coordinates of the vessel masses and managed to capture the decks with ease. However, Fabius, who is suspected to be a bishop of the deep, and his followers have barricaded themselves inside the bridge's control room. So that's why I assume that probably the mirror, being the last node, will just be going through insides of the ship. Which is pretty cool. While it may seem as though they're hiding, I believe they're trying to bait us. As in, they are waiting for us to enter the bridge before summoning reinforcements from elsewhere. Trap us in a pincer attack? Something like that. The elsewhere is most likely to be the sea, as the reinforcements are probably more sea terrors. Abius is a seaborn, and the ocean will answer to the call of their kind. Limbus company and Irene will head to the bridge and neutralize Fabius. Amiya and I will accompany you to provide support and identify the situation within the bridge. In the meantime, Calcit and the other operators will remain on standby on the ship's exterior at the pre-designed locations. I like to avoid getting surrounded by sea terrors before we manage to take down the Church of the Deep within the bridge. I observed several entry points leading straight to the bridge while we were working on repairing the vessel. Your force doesn't seem numerous enough to close all of them. It's true that there are many entry points here, but we don't need forces guarding every single one of them. Especially here, the hallway is narrow, long and straight, so makes sense to me. How about here? Are you sure you're not overly focusing your forces to a single checkpoint? Yeah, let's see. On closer look, looks like Commanding Officer Otis is finally in her environment. Got any questions, Major Bud? I have no idea what they're talking about, if I'm being honest. Really? I saw you commanding the sinners earlier. You seem pretty adept at giving orders and making strategic decisions. Indeed, they seem quite adept at making on-the-spot strategic commands and identifying exploitable weaknesses and patterns in their enemies. After a few retries, sure. However, the Doctor and the Outsider are operating on fundamentally different fields. No further elaboration is necessary. Agreed. That particular aspect of strategizing is not one of Major Dante's obligations, and even if there is a chance for them to engage in such elements, it may be too early to do so. Is that so? It is. At least that is what Faust has judged. What are they on about? I was about to ask that myself. I don't know. I have no idea. Having finished her discussion with the Doctor over the plan, Otis returned wearing a grim look. Huh? Is there something wrong with the plan? No, there wasn't anything wrong with the plan. I expected a certain degree of competency, but they were very impressive. Far beyond my expectations. Really? That good, huh? Even when I think back to my days in the line of duty, I can't think of too many like them. Right, so they're dependable. Good enough for me. If you're strategizing, done. Let's get cracking. What of you, Miss Mayers? If it is too much to face what awaits, then you need not follow us. Otis loves to backseat game. And since they're just two actually just very experienced in what they're doing, she's kind of just a third wheel. I decided to stay here anyway. The Doctor is going to update you in real time on where the safe zones are, so please keep that communicator close to you. I will. Hey, Gramps. There's something you would like for us to do? It's nothing. There's something you want to tell him. Contact us through the communicator at any time. We're going to find a way to resolve this as peacefully as we can, but if the negotiations break down... Yeah, I know what you mean, Doctor. Be safe, everyone. Leaving Mayers behind with the unfinished sentence. We followed the Rhodes Island team into the bridge. The bridge was as gaudily decorated as ever. Looks even better at the night. In the night. Baby is flanked by hooded followers and seafarers greeted us with a kindly smile. Welcome. I truly did appreciate thy kindness. Wherefore didst thou seek to harm us? Suspicions are certainly justified, but I implore you to think back. If you truly believe that we had sought to harm you, then how would you explain that one peaceful night you had spent in Faro Muerto? As you see, we gave you a shelter for the night, therefore our actions were of pure, peaceful intent by trying to stab you with, like, shaves covered in the guts of sea terrors to make you sea terrors, you see. We have never wished you any harm. We did not then and we do not now. We just want to turn you into little sea terrors, that's all. Just little sea guys. Huh? Not even a day after you folks stabbed us in the back like cowards and you want us to believe that? Our wish has always been the same. We only wish to extend the freedom to roam the seas to those with capable, kind-hearted souls. Mate, you know you were just trying to turn us into sea monsters of some kind. Monster is only a name. The essence of its being changes not regardless of the label given to it. Become one with the sea, become one with the endless cycle of life, and one day, your misunderstandings will end and you will come to understand us. Looks like this fight between us is going to be unavoidable. I pulled out the identity cards the moment I saw Phoebus raising his hand. Does Dante just have like a fucking double deck or sorts? Like what is it? What was the name of it? A Yu-Gi-Oh something? Just with ID cards. The doctors seem to have finished their preparations as well as they and Amiya stood opposite Fabi. Incoming, get ready everyone. Let's stop them here for good, no matter how long it takes. A strategy. Formation prioritized, reducing sacrifices to the absolute minimum. The command sought to protect, sought to defend, and their forces were quick to follow them. Rose Island's operation was certainly impressive, but that's not exactly our style. All I can do is put my faith in the sinners and push them onwards. Our style is trust me to bring you back, no matter how many times they cut you down. Let's wipe them out. Let's kill and be killed. Steadfast, Cultists of the Deep. These are like upgraded ones, right? Or is it the same? Actually, no, it might be just the same. Oh, this thing here again. Alright.
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요. 관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다. 제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 저는 언제나 옳은 말만 한답니다.
죄송해요. 잠시 어지러워서 못 봤어요. 뭐 또 대단한 일이라도 하신 거겠죠?
불결한가?
네, 잘 들어갔네요. 크게 의미 있는 성과는 아니지만요.
The battle OSTs are also great. I need to like listen on YouTube to these.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데. 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로
It's a real shame. This Canto Intervalo will cease to exist, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Trust Aurelia to kill the guy.
편히 쉬시게.
다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아왔는데도 지금은 감회가 새로워요.
Oh. Okay, this was at least one coin's down, I suppose.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게
fine, most
많은
of these guys
피해를
are
입혔어.
staggered anyway.
적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것
It would be
같아.
nice if anyone attacked this guy though. There we go.
나아가 주게. 그대 또한 잠들게.
지키길 너도 누군가에겐 악해졌겠지. 나도.
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는 데 성공했습니다. 앞으로의 전투도 이대로만 부탁드리겠습니다.
코멘은 단정하지 않군요.
비명을 질러라.
사태 완료. 기대받지 않은 것들은 모조리 치워버린.
저기는 땅에 떨어졌네. 이제 우리를 누가 막겠는가?
Oh shit. This is active now. It's not good. Everything's back to being fine. Not that bad actually. Or most of them staggered. Or well, two of them. That's not most. That's the opposite.
이쪽으로. 그대 또한 잠들게. 불청객은 찌그러져 있도록.
Quite literally lower the difficulty button. Just punch it and it's back to easy.
제압 대책이 큰 피해를 준 것 같아. 기후팀의 직원다운 완벽한 공격이었어.
너도 누군가에겐 아껴졌겠지만.
최고의 선택이었어, 관리자.
I like how it just slid across the floor away.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
Probably should focus too much on these little fights though. I do have some time, I don't have a lot of time.
훌륭하오.
이 기세로
이외에
계속
특별히
나아가보자.
첨언할 이유도 없군.
조금 전에 귀하들의 전투는 모두 살수들의
겁나.
본보기가 될 정도였네.
내게 바쳐주지.
과히 좋군.
편히 쉬시게.
원더풀한 선택이었어, 나리! 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
사실은 그렇게 대단한 일도 아니에요.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
혹시 칭찬을 바랐다면 엔젤라님이나 말끝으로 부르는 편이 나았을 거예요. 제가 아니라요.
찢어 발겨주마.
직원이 안 좋은 상태에 놓인 것
꽂아
같아.
터뜨려주지.
고작 이런 걸로 나약해지지 않도록 모두가 잘 지켜봐줘야겠지? 우리가 우세를 정하고
꽂아
있어.
터뜨려주지.
하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
Whatever.
지휘팀이라면
The
완벽하고 빈틈없이
last thing to kill
모든 걸
enemy is
신경
fine.
써야 하지 않겠어?
나도 지킬 게 많거든.
Oh, never mind, there are waves here.
제압 개체 하나를 처리했습니다. 남은 개체들도 같은 기세로 처리해보죠.
Oh, didn't know that like status effects have also warnings. Interesting. Hold on, I can just do this. It'll help quite a bit.
겁날. 내게 바쳐주지.
Ishmael, come on. They're perfect.
나는 이 왕좌에 묶여 홀로 통치하는 자일지니.
Beautiful.
면 하나 비었군.
조금만 더 힘내자.
That's what I like to see.
개체의 제압된
This is not what I like to
않았어.
see though. Come on, video game. The rest, dangerous-ish, just like kill someone.
오자
The
터뜨려주지.
one lacking SP.
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
그대로만 해주신다면 오늘은 제비 빠르겠어요.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패.
Oh, perfect.
정력에
Should kill the guy and should get a little bit of SP.
들어갔지 않은 것들은
At least won't be in the negative.
여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
Or still will, I suppose. Never mind.
왜 안에 갇혀
Fairness.
죽어라.
감동적이지 않을 수 없네.
Just one SP, come on, really? I guess because we are of a much higher level, I suppose makes sense.
이쪽으로. 너도 누군가에겐 학교 살려나서 돌고든 하나. 훌륭하군.
8?
한수
How?
배웠네.
속에서
I forgot how Wild Hunt Have works. Oh. Are they gonna just lose all clashes? Come on. At least not this one, man. What's the red coins anyway? Never mind.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
상담에서 알려준 대로 잘했어. 역시 시간 프로그램을 진행한
하나를
건
찔렀어.
잘한 일이야.
Is this thing active? It is. Maybe that's why it's not going ideally. Can use a power counter and just spam the one. I'm gonna throw this thing up first.
날카롭고 정확하게.
품 속에서
편히 쉬시게.
단테님은 매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시네요.
최고의
유라리아.
선택이었어.
도록 달릴 시간이다.
Okay, it's not active. In Hand of the Saint, right? Wait, no, this is different. Where is it? Okay, no, this is the same thing. Okay, good. I made the right call. Now it has Dullahan. We can just do this. It will be the minus coin one though, wouldn't it? Maybe we shouldn't use... I could just use Ego. Ji-san use Ego, whatever. It's fine. There we go. Power Thunder here. And the rest just whatever. Alright, Dranger.
날카롭고 정확하게.
풍과 함께 사라져. 여기가 엽석이군.
Very nice.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Easy. Didn't even use the attack. Sharp.
현명한 판단이요.
It's pretty much over.
불청객은 찌그러져 있도. 파편 완료.
다소 유리하구려.
서도록 할
Really? The rest here. Actually here because he's gonna use the purple attack, so it's gonna do AoE.
이 땅과 만은 손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다면 차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
적확한 한압이었소.
찢어 놓아주마.
Carry.
그대를 기릴 테니.
So I guess the mirror is not in fact about these guys. Pretty persistent. They're pretty dead. Fabius flees again using Sea Terrors and his followers as meat shields. Or maybe no, never mind. Maybe it is still a mirror. Wait, no, I see it now. It's not Fabius who's putting them in harm's way to save himself. The Sea Terrors and the cultists are throwing themselves in our way, entirely willing to sacrifice their lives to ensure that Fabius gets away. But for all that, the only place left for him to flee on the ship, wounded and cornered by the sinners, and Irene's lamplight, was the decks. Nowhere left to run, Fabius. Understand you can't help but continue to trash and struggle to live, but knowing that there's no hope. The running will only make your pain worse. That's different. Fabi didn't run to live. A voice echoes from under the dark sky. Oh no. Is it Mayers? Is Mayers like... Mayers? Whoa. Looks kind of cool. And cute and pretty. I need to learn how to draw eyes like that. Maybe not as wide though. Maybe like decrease like in half. Then like something like that. Oh well, these these look very cute either way. Mayers apparently appearing quite different from how she did a moment ago. She approaches Fabius slowly, her expression sullen and mournful. She looks down at him wordlessly. I told you that your methods won't win their understanding, Fabi. What a shame. Those with such wisdom and aptitude would. I hope you would still be able to realize your ideal here. Even after I left. Will be realized. Fabius may die here, but we will remain. Now it is time. Devour me. Huh? What Fabius blurted out threw us off once again, even before we regained our footing from the shock of realizing Mayer's true allegiance. Eat people? Oh, looks like they're about to give us a live demonstration of some gourmet art. I heard it's a pretty common thing in the District 23 backstreets, but I'd rather not see it in person. Hey, I think I'm just gonna look away. That's okay, right? Just... what? Doctor, weaker seaborns willingly let themselves be devoured by stronger ones, thereby sharing their experiences and nutrients with them. This is a commonly accepted practice among them. This is but a behavior that prioritizes survival over all else. This isn't done in the sense of sacrifice. Time is here. Devour me. Set sail toward your ideal. Sorry, Fabi. Still got some canned food left for me on the ship, and I think I'll delay becoming a seaborn for a little while. Oh? Why? I found a new destination. I'll gain a new power from there and then become a seaborn. But now it's not yet the time. If that is your will, oh Bishop. Oh? Don't worry, your flesh will fatten the bloodkin of the sea. Mayors waves her hand and sea terrors climb up to the vessel from the ship and begin tearing Fabius to pieces. Despite the way it looked, Fabius looked exhilarated. Nary a look of suffering or pain wrinkling his face as they ripped his flesh apart. Man, Ryosho's having a field day. We turned away from the scene that could not be described as anything else other than cannibalism to look at Mayors. Is it the first instance of cannibalism in Limbus? It's not even canon. This is gonna all disappear. It was all a dream in like few weeks. Calcit is she. No need to ask questions when the answer lies plainly before you, Doctor. Yeah, he is very similar to Dante, like Shukarunis. Is she the bishop? What is happening? Wherefore the young Mayors? It wasn't Fabius. Mayors was the bishop of the deep. She gained so much info and information. That's the same thing,
끝이
just from being with us.
정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어째서
Story.
이
She's up to no good.
끝나지
Extreme reading.
거지?
Oh, negative sale again. They've played us like a damn fiddle. Don't despair. We still have the upper hand. We defeated Fabius and his cultists already. Even if they were to summon more sea terrors, we should be able to handle them without much trouble. Hey, Ogier. Just what were you thinking the entire time? You deceived us. I had a feeling I knew what she was going to say to that. She was either going to say that it was for our sake, that it was deception at all, or maybe she'll give us one final gloating. But her reply, the words of which were carefully selected after gazing out at the sea, was not what any of us could have expected. Sorry. I thought this would be the better way to approach you, but I see how it can come across as nothing more than deception. You're sorry? Why? I don't want to know why you're sorry. Oh well, that's because I did something wrong. Wait, hold on. You've been deceiving us all along, Mayors, and now you're gonna... Boy, what exactly are you after? After the same thing that the geezer was, ain't that right? Turn us into your bloodkins. That it was all for our sake, giving all kinds of ridiculous excuses to turn us into one of these monsters. I do hope that you would all one day accept becoming Seaborns. But I'm not about to demand that you let yourselves be transformed today, right here and now. I understand that we all need some time to mentally prepare ourselves. May I understand your statement to be implying that you will not be forcing this upon us, should we refuse? That's correct. I'd be against manners to do what Fabius did, throwing sea terror cells inside your body out of nowhere. Manners, huh? I was taken aback by the fact that Mayors was a bishop of the deep. It was also true that Mayors had never tried to bring us harm, unlike Fabius, who attacked the sinners directly. But she did almost get us in big trouble with Irene while explaining things to us. It's also true that Mayors has been extremely helpful so far. It was her who led us to the lighthouse, and it was her who stayed in that crumbling lighthouse until the repairs were done as the terrifying night continued to assail its walls. What was your actual relationship to Fabius anyway? Someone who also once strove to realize the visions of our ideal worlds. Our goals once converged, but not now. I was pretty taken aback too when they attacked you back at the village. Maybe he got greedy when he saw Faust and Otis repairing the ship. He got greedy? Fabius believed that welcoming capable people as Bloodkin would expedite Seaborn's evolution. Cool, so you're like some cult leader, but you don't necessarily want to antagonize us. Still haven't told us what you're after though. I'm going to the city that lies beyond the dimensional door. Huh? So you're trying to flee to a different world where the Inquisition won't be able to chase you? This isn't running away. I just want to help the people of the city, that's all. So her plans changed because of Don Quixote's stories about the city, how miserable it sounds, and she wants to help them now by turning all of them into Seaborns. That's crazy. So I'm bringing the Seaborns with me to the city. Don't tell me you're going to invade the city alongside us monsters, then... And the foghorn suddenly blared and the ship shook as it began to move. Vessel masses has begun to move. Is this an automated sailing program? The vessel masses will now sail toward the dimensional door. Convenient, just right where we also need to be in the first place. I'll let Rose Island and Irene go right in front of the door, so don't worry. Did you seriously just tell us to not worry? Faust, please calm yourself, Dante. It has not yet been determined if that is indeed a dimensional door connecting directly back to the city. No, it has to be. The warm, shining light and the voice from within is getting clearer and clearer. Why don't we just let them into the city? The battles thus far have done well enough to demonstrate the level of danger Seaborns pose. However, I doubt they'll get very far even if they were to enter the city, don't you agree? I was thinking the same, but I thought it would be like... No, because they could like accumulate power by just attacking the weaklings or whatever and just come to overcome the difficult ones, the colors and whatnot sooner or later, or something like that. In Hongyan, we've all seen what happened when sentient non-human entities enter the city. The head will take action the moment they realize their presence. Of course, we must prepare ourselves for repercussions in case they decide to hold Limbus company responsible once the dust settles. It's also very likely that we will fully escape any culpability, as we saw in the memories of the Kong massacre. Your thoughts, Faust? Or bad nightmare. However, considering their specific attributes, it will not take long for them to rise to become a established city-level threat. Yeah, that's what I thought. There is a reasonable possibility that they may be issued the Impuritas Civitatis classification. That's the first time it's mentioned in Limbus. Is that not an acceptable risk? If not the head, they should be manageable by a wing. This isn't that terrible of calamity. But Calcit shook her head resolutely. No. Your technology seems to be based on something else, which is neither Originium Arts nor any of its derived technology. And that is precisely what could make your world vulnerable against Seaborns. Is it because they learn fast? Yes. Those on the front lines of the war against Seaborns stubbornly stick to using traditional low-tech weapons. Deploying high-technology weapons against them is only going to make you an enticing meal. And can we just let whichever unfortunate wing that ends up fighting shut up, you please? Do take into account that it may take a significant amount of time to earn their trust. Even if they were to be convinced, there would be other parties with alternative perspectives on the matter, complicating issues. True, probably would be like cultists, like beginning to form to strengthen them. The situation will rapidly grow out of control if backstreets, syndicates or fixers get involved unless the head designates a taboo to prevent it. Even then, considering what she has been saying, yes, we must consider the possibility that they may be capable of absorbing the head's technology as well. True. It just takes one before they are expelled from the city. How do you plan on helping the people of the city, Mayors? By giving them a chance to become Seaborns. What are you on about? Become Seaborns? Which ain't all there either, eh? What kind of help is that? Mayors, you know that's no different from what the Church of the Deep is doing here. No, it is different. Because someone powered the city with the light. The light? The beam of light from white nights and dark days incident. How do you... Could be... Donkey. Becoming a Seaborn is to become a part of a great will called We Many. By doing so, one can be reborn as an altruistic life form, but at the cost of ego, a sense of self. And that's always been my issue with it. Everyone has beliefs of their own, dreams of their own. It feels too empty to lose all that when they inevitably lose their sense of self once they become Seaborns. Look, I want each Seaborn to have their own wishes. The light shining through that dimensional door to our world is too faint to push them toward the level evolution. Only the light of the city could become more tangible. It just might be able to give every Seaborn an identity of their own, to remain uniquely themselves. Why is it that you advocate toward those of the city to join the Seaborns when one could simply learn more of the light before returning here? At first I thought all I needed was the clue to better evolution, but Don Quixote's tales of adventures changed my mind. Mine? Adventures? You don't understand just how precarious you all are. And how would you, when you were born into that kind of world from the very start? A place where life has become a commodity and gold one of its few religions. The city has abandoned its yesterdays to survive today, and by doing so has given up on its tomorrows. Just as I needed the light, the city needs Seaborns. It needs their tenacious hold to life and their absolute, unconditional selflessness. But at the end of the day, it still means that everyone has to turn into monsters. Will ostracize the other. Something that isn't like me, something that feels alien to me, something I don't know or understand. But that fear is natural, because Seaborns are not human. But you just have to cross that threshold once. Mayors, do you believe that the nature of humanity to be evil? Humans are selfish, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Good things can come from selfishness, that's for sure. But the side effects have become simply unsustainable. Doctor, you've been to countless battlefields where Rhodes Island has fought tooth and nail for the rights of the infected. But what came of it? Peace? No, it's the same. But still, we're all still getting better, little by little. I'm not trying to derive those little incremental steps and call them meaningless. Changes takes time, and should it continue, I believe your efforts can be a beacon of light that will lead humanity toward a brighter future. I still wonder if these characters here accept the The main ones, obviously, like Exalted, the doctor, this doctor, all the other doctors. I mean, these guys, Amiya as well. And like Mayors and Fabius, are they in Arcanites or are these like original made for Limbus? And like just like a side kind of thing that could have happened. But what about everyone who is sacrificed while you're taking your time, taking those incremental steps? Every single day of that incremental change is marred by unjust deaths. Some are enslaved for no other reason than their differences. People live on in that despair that seems to have no end. I agree with what the light told me. People are diseased. They're so sick that even in the far-flung future, even on the day the world ends, they will continue to fail to look forward, obsessed with scrutinizing each other in search for those differences. Even when every Aegir returns to sea, they're still going to bully and hate everyone with pointed ears, labeling them Aegirs. Those damn knife ears. Even when oripathy is truly eradicated, people are still going to suspect and persecute someone as the infected. People are imperfect beings. You're right. There probably isn't anyone out there who can really sacrifice themselves for the sake of others, with nothing but perfect selflessness. But not when it comes to Seaborns. They don't suffer from all this absurdity, nor are they coerced to sacrifice against their will. They have the power to progress toward a better future built from mutual understanding, because they are the kind of life form that seeks common ground instead of scrutinizing for differences. The bells. And the Hunglu reacts first. A strange shaped form shimmers and materializes before Mayors. I couldn't quite tell what it was, but it was round and it looked like a tool. It is possible that she had already met the conditions to efflorescence. A possible explanation would be the absence of the peculiar pull required to draw it out of her, or the insufficiency of it. Is anything like the arts? What is happening in front of Miss Mayors? Is our proximity to the dimensional door increasing and the potency of influence is coming over from the city? Precisely. The connection to force returning to normal levels seems to indicate that. Wait, can people in other worlds, I mean Mayors, also manifest ego? Internal conflict and anguish is a commonality among every intelligent entity, regardless of whether they are from the city or not. Therefore, yes, Foss is quite positive of this possibility as well. However, what does that mean? Potential to efflorescence. I don't know how to pronounce that. An ego implies the potential to distort as well. You've been dreaming for a long time, Mayors, drawing your own picture of an idealized world, and you have chosen the ocean as the means to build a path toward that vision. Oh no, Mayors is going to distort. Yet, why have you failed to take the leap of faith yourself? I had to make preparations. Seaborns are beautiful, there's no doubt about it. It's just that a key piece was missing to really achieve what you want. You're not being honest with yourself. I know it very well that you were afraid of becoming one of them. Fear that your own creed might crumble, and you might lose your own sense of self, your ego. The fear that you might end up becoming nothing more than just another thing swept up by the ineffably overwhelming will. Isn't it terrifying? And this hope can just disappear in a blink. Who is she talking to? Is this something Limbus company has experience with? If so, I'd appreciate an explanation. she's hearing that voice. When that's singular. Oh yeah, hips like extra, like, you know, affected, I suppose. Or not really affected, but knows very well because of first-hand experience. He also gave in. When that singular faith that one had absolute confidence in breaks in one full swoop, and their ironclad will is shattered. People of the city have the potential to distort into a monstrous form at any time. It is said that these phenomena are often accompanied by the distorting individual hearing a disembodied voice. Indeed, those who distort would oft behave as though they were engaged in a conversation. Of course, the same could be said for those who awaken ego. First, I thought it was Kadi, but it wasn't her. The voice was beautiful, comforting, and even cozy. The kind of voice that puts our deep contemplations to sleep. So calm and so warm. No. There is more to the sunshine than its warm. Oh my god, okay, I was browsing Twitter and I saw like people posting about this. I had no idea what this meant. This is a lot actually. This sentence here and this like stop here. This says a lot about Mersault. And it's upsetting that it's in the interval that's going to disappear completely. This is a lot. Mersault knows some things we really don't. The sunshine? You don't share your interest with the other devotees. Survival isn't what you care about. What you really care about is giving everyone a chance to experience what it feels like to live in a world of warmth, ephemeral it may be. Right. We have to be about more than just prolonging our existences. What really matters isn't survival, it's what we leave behind for posterity, our legacy. As long as there's guarantee that the light can indeed protect the sense of self, will be more than enough to convince people to become Seaborns. Please, you don't have to concern yourself with what other people might think, Mayors. Everyone has their own wishes. You can't just bulldoze over theirs to force mine upon them. But that's not what you really believe, is it? You know that better than anyone. But you hesitate. Countless people who are bound to the inescapable bridle will continue to suffer. I wonder why we see what Carmen's speaking about is because of Dante's like golden bow influence. It's just getting stronger and stronger to the point where we notice more things that are blind to the human eye. Invisible to the human eye, more like that might be true, but it's okay. You don't have to hide the shapes of your heart, its colors. The only thing you have to concern yourself with is how you can lead the people of the city, and then Terra. Okay, we can't just sit here and let this happen. True. Mersault Puncher. Operators to positions. Operators unable to approach. She's surrounded by a strange field. God damn it. Whenever someone would start due to reasons other than the monolith, a strange pressure would prevent our approach, as though to stop us from interfering. Yeah, it's like a defining moment. You either overcome it, or you let it, like, or you just succumb to it. Like a true test of self. Looks like that applies here too, all the way over to in another world. Love is our collective destination after all. So please, let go of this tool that might break your heart. Don't force yourself to walk the path of thorns. Your pilgrimage needn't be that of suffering. No, I didn't believe in any recourse, do you? Other than this, anyway. And you think we should find a better, faster path with less suffering? Before more people inevitably hurt each other with their ill intent? You're right, it's over. If there's no recourse, it has to happen faster. Can't waste any more time while people suffer. I can't waste. Follow your wishes, follow your desires, and paint. Let's show them the painting of your world reflected in your eyes. Before the compassion they believed in becomes completely worthless. Mayors. The yearning flotsam. Sick. This globe thing reminds me of that one of the new League of Nine or whatever guy that just appeared in the Count of Five. I understand the shape of your heart and what makes you want to enter the city. We still know so little about Seaborns, about Terra, about Iberia. Whatever may have lit the fire under your feet. I can't bring you with us the city as you are now. Even before the sinners had the chance to translate my words, Maya slowly turned in my direction as though she clearly understood my words. But I must, Dante. Our adventures were full of exhilarating tales, and I saw kindness in every word and action of you and your friends, but that's not enough. You don't think they'll change? No, they will. In the far, far future. An incandescent brilliance burst forth before Mayors. Whoa, that looks sick! Like remains of the ship deep under the sea, but it's all just like a mega structure. That's sick. Past the light, I saw the ocean. It is cool that we can like now have a glimpse of like what the like certain individuals want to achieve. Like we saw that with Ishmael, where she was still like delusional and just completely dedicated to killing Ahab, just like her, laughing while before the corpse of Ahab, her fist full of her guts, laughing like a maniac, as if there was nothing else that could ever satisfy her as revenge. Past that light, I saw the ocean. Calm sound of gently lapping, rushing waves, the immense golden brilliance. Portal? Where did it come from? Dungeon of the Fathoms. Or that, never mind. Oh, you know, portal is different. A gate that leads into one's heart. This periphery is where LCB department's specialty begins. While what lies beyond this periphery does not necessarily warrant Rhodes Island's presence. Can you guys help? I don't know what kind of fathoms I'm walking into, but I have a feeling that we're going to need your assistance. Dr. Kaltsit. We're only here to investigate the dimensional door, but I don't want us to turn our backs on people we can help. Rhodes Island, accept Limbus Company's cooperation request. I'll go too. You're still in Iberia. I can't let Iberian business be handled solely by outsiders, let alone an incident connected to the Church of the Deep. Don't worry. It's not like this is the first time we're letting someone not into our group into a dungeon of the Fathoms. We'll be fine. More sea terrors. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that sea terrors that were swarming the lighthouse are coming this way as well. I'll call Skadi here. I'll be staying behind then. I will go with you, Doctor. Following Mayors. But already disappeared into the portal. Take our steps into the Utopia world beyond. Never mind, so it was the portal. Money. And here we are, the dungeon. We have... Yeah, whatever.
닥쳐라, 해파.
We
누굴
have
팰지 내가
just a
정하지.
little slightly under 3 hours to complete this. Aegir Mayors. News of the war is getting grimmer by the day. Look at this background. This looks fantastic. And she looks cool as well. Sea terrors are coming, swarming. This is the day when the ocean-born calamity broke and sunk Aegir's seemingly infinite starward grove. Fellow researcher. Are you going to the surface, Mayor? More and more people have been getting too anxious to stay in Aegir. I'm not. If Aegir falls, it only means that the surface is soon to follow. Why? You'll head to the surface too. I'm thinking about it. While there weren't that many people around, me began to leave for the surface. I considered some of them to be close acquaintances. They all tried to convince me to leave with them. But fleeing my home in favor of the land didn't feel right. The fourth old calamity descended. It dealt a heavy blow to Aegir, but the surface suffered much worse. I had to help them. How could I not? After hearing that such a terrible thing has happened. I think I'll head to the surface. Seriously? The surface? Think hard about it before you go. If you leave now, coming back might no longer be an option. Every day must be a struggle for them. At least I don't have to fear for the immediate tomorrow. So it's my responsibility to provide help. Someone who is better off than them, even by a little. I know, but if I don't go there to help, things will only get much more dangerous for the land dwellers. Maybe that danger is the very thing that will hurt you. I still think I have to help them. I procured myself an Aegirian research vessel at a cheap price to bring me to the land. Unable to even submerge itself while moving. This wasn't exactly the best ship out there, and I normally wouldn't have even given it a second look. I thought it would at least help me navigate the coastal sea. I didn't expect this. The very first thing I witnessed on the surface was the bottomless hostility against the Aegir. They denied my Aegir's offer for help for the sole reason that I came from the sea. They denied my compassion, my research. Get lost. We don't need your stupid research. We're from the same place that the calamity, aren't you? Do you really think we're so stupid that we trust you? They confiscated my catalysts and tore my research apart. My wish to stand with them against the calamity was devoured by the hatred born of the same calamity. Any kindness, any compassion I gave them was repaid twofold in hatred and suspicion. Did the terrible conditions of this land transform them into monsters, or was this always their nature? It wasn't long before the research vessel I brought from Aegir was confiscated out of suspicion. Rebellion de las Masas. A few weeks later, when I finally came across that vessel by the beach, there was an uncanny name inscribed on its side, Rebellion de las Masas. But none of that was enough to stop me from continuing my research for the sake of the land dwellers. I went through so many trials and errors to somehow impede the sea terror's rapid evolution, revive the Iberian soil contaminated by the Nether Sea brand. My work bore barely any fruit, and I let the days go by as I watched the Inquisition arrest the Aegir one by one. My sea terror samples and research notes came into view. They all looked completely different from one another, some of them with fundamentally different physiologists. Even still, nothing stopped them from being us instead of I. And for the first time, I became doubtful of my efforts to interrupt their evolution. Her tales were not entirely fabrications. Mayers is a bishop of the Church of the Deep, so that automatically makes her a sinner in the eyes of one of the Inquisition, regardless of her reasons. Regardless of her reasons. The more I studied them, the more I found them to be such compassionate, altruistic creatures. All they cared about was their survival, without even a hint of selfishness. They're not some evil monsters from the sea. Mayors, I concede that seaborns may not be evil. But it doesn't matter what they are. Whether they are kindly life forms or whether they are simply a different form of civilization, it doesn't matter. Because Iberia and her Inquisition does not define seaborns as evil. Seaborns are our enemy. Threats to human existence. I have but one thing to say as an Inquisitor. You, all of you, are my enemy. But it would be a good thing for the Inquisition if I were to leave for the city, wouldn't it? Why would you say that? It's a good thing for us to toss our problem into another world. That would be like abandoning our pride. I get a feeling that a lot of Inquisition, other than Irene, is just very like stubborn, very close-minded people that are just very easily perceived like just basically being racist against like of species, I suppose, to some degree. I don't know. Against the seaborns, like without much thinking, like they just are taught that they are the enemy. But they just do not think, they see one, they just like without thinking, without like reason, just see pure hatred. My Arena here is like one of the few, I suppose, that see for the whole picture, that it's not pure hatred because of their being, because of what they are necessarily, but because that yeah, they plan to just, they are a threat to humanity basically. That will be like abandoning your pride. Unless they, the people of the city, give you permission as an Inquisitor, I can't let you do that. Yeah, and don't get your hopes up about that either. You can wrap it in a box that says compassion for all you want, but Mayors, your course isn't exactly the direction I like to sail in. As the rest of the sinners prepare for battle, in silent agreement, Ishmael's stand, Mayors mutters with a genuine disappointment. I didn't want to have to do this. Waves. I had no better word to describe the horde of sea terrors crashing into us. But this is the only way it could have ended. Your words are composed entirely of your own color and no one else's. Manager Dante, right? Do speak. We will hold the line and defend this place against the sea terrors rushing in from the rear. So in the meantime, can you take down Mayors and deal with the remaining sea terrors? Absolutely. The manager has responded affirmatively. All operators will be drawing the sea terrors to us. We don't need to take them all down, we just need to act as a wall between the waves and the people of Limbus Company. Irene, I would like to ask for your help as well, for Amia. Please assist Limbus Company, just in case. Okay, then, let the mission begin. I wonder if Irene will be like, they're helping in the battle or just be gone. Probably just gone. Yeah, we know. This one is like stretched. Wonder if the symbol is also like something related to Archives. Cool. Alright, well, let's get started. It's an illusion of choice. We get to choose any of these.
기다려라, 거대. 곧 먹이를 먹여주지.
敵が来ます。皆さん、戦闘の準備を。
It's time to win, right?
나아가주게.
해가
Very nice, very
大
nice.
きな打撃を与えました。
정리하겠습니다. 불청객은 찌그러져 있도록.
I'm still upset
ダンサーのように優れた武器ですね。
about the Amiya announcer being locked
このままい
behind
けば
a
敵を食い止められます。
bundle.
겁나래. 내가 받쳐주지.
지켜줘. 사세 완료.
このままいけば敵を食い止められます。
It's still kind of ass it's paid in the first place, but yeah, would be much more acceptable for me at least.
이 땅과 만인.
If it wasn't in the bundle.
편히 쉬시게.
効果的な攻撃でした。
Those are like $20 basically just for an announcer. And 2 tickets, but I don't really care about those.
차라리
Oh well.
아무것도 남지 마라. サンタさんの説明、とても効果的でした。エリートオペレーター並みの腕前です。
I like that she also referred I didn't notice the waves here, cool. I like how Ami also refers to Dante in the announcer. It's like they're like 2 of them are alongside each other. Because I'm pretty sure no other announcer mentions Dante at all in their like callouts
잠든 그대를
or lines as an announcer.
잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
That was very fast. Okay, yeah, maybe this dungeon isn't very long. Makes me happy. Came across a cavern full of sunken ship remnants and golden treasure that have washed up inside. Do we continue to look just in case? Keep looking. Heathcliff picked out a golden compass from inside a weathered bag. The inscription on the compass indicates that it is an artifact created during the era of Grand Expeditions. How is this artifact still so intact? This place is only a bridge, made of items pulled from the group unconscious that are most appropriate for the phantoms. It may truly exist, but it may not be reality. Rain stares at the compass for a moment, tempted, before turning around, having accepted the fact that it probably isn't a real artifact. Gold forged compass obtained. When using a plus coin skill, heal 5 SP. When using a minus coin skill, lose 5 SP. Ooh. Each unit's SP cannot draw below -40 from this effect once per turn. Once per turn per identity. Turn start at max SP or at -30 or less SP gain 1 power up and 1 and 2 protection. Oh, okay, that's really good. This I'm not sure about because if I were to turn, if I were to get Dullahan for Heathcliff or use shield for Rhodia to make her go with negative coins. This might be a bit troubling.
다음
I guess I
오찬까지
could check
돌아오겠습니다.
how it goes. At least for Rhodia.
敵が来ます。皆さん、戦闘の準備を。
겁나를 내게 바쳐주지.
편히 쉬시게. 정든 그대를 기를 테니
敵に対して大きな打撃を与えました。
풍속에서 무차 잠들어.
このまま行けば敵を食い止められます。
It's not active yet, so it's fine. I could... It's here, right? I can do this and this instead. And that would quickly get me to coffins instead.
이쪽으로.
그대도 잠든 그대를 기를 테니
꿈에는 안정하지 않고
Actually, does Rhodia even have a
崩れた石で
spear in the first? Oh yeah, she does. She is stabbed. Never mind.
効果的な攻撃でした。
이 전투에 명예 따위에 기대하고 있는 건 아니겠지.
Still not active.
달릴 시간이다.
We got Dullahan, Lamenmorn, and Despair ready. Power Guard will work. So let's get another one. Very nice.
여기가 뱃속일걸.
꿈에는 안정하지 않군요.
풍과 함께 사라져라.
정리하겠습니다.
囚人の皆さんの状態に
서도록
何
할까?
か変化が。
Okay, I want to stay at 2, right? But it doesn't go loco. They're not active, we're fine.
이쪽으로.
풍속에서 비명을 질러라.
Alright, because he gains coffins upon killing enemies. Right. Staggering them too, I suppose? Because he used the...
エリートオペレーター並みの腕前です。
Because I used the King in Binds ego, but didn't kill anyone, but staggered everyone, basically. Oh, it's active. Okay, now we have to act. Has no Dullahan, so not gonna work. So use Ego, I suppose, and maybe I could just use someone else flashing here. No, I'm gonna risk it. Just use Ego. Use Ego, and Isan can clash with this immediately, so hopefully it takes effect immediately, and hopefully that's how it works. All right.
겁나. 내게 받쳐주지.
Just swooshes away. Pretty fun.
지키기 위해서.
Oh, I guess, yeah, he could have just
모두가 너를
clashed with the counter
되찾을 거다.
because I disabled the thing. Oh, well, now I know at least. It does work afterwards.
기대받지 않은 것들을
You disable the thing.
모조리
敵は
치워버리.
深手を負っています。
이쪽으로.
So now it probably has minus 40, should have 1 power up and 2 protection. It's a very powerful ego gift. Although why doesn't Heath have it? It's 45, so it should be active.
このまま行けば敵を食い止められます。
Oh, now it is. Yeah, it's powered up.
날카롭고
And ending it
정확하게.
with a blast.
왜 안에
Hell
갇혀
yeah.
죽어라.
Mission accomplished.
Here's battles.
애도의 시간이군.
Oh, excuse me. Hold on a second.
囚人の皆さんの状態に何か変化が。
They've put a ERB on screen, but thankfully it turned out to be faster. Hey, what is this? Oh, I guess it's for this thing. I didn't even notice it at all. Okay, this is gonna
그걸
be
내놓고 있도록.
cakewalk now.
敵に対して大きな打撃を与えました。
Because everyone has pretty much the max sanity. So just clashing automatically will just be better.
ドクターのように
Especially because of the ego gift. That's a very good ego gift. And the 2 protection is just insane. Although I guess not that as overpowered because the enemies inflict also sinking, I believe, of sorts.
정리하겠습니다. 불청객은 찌그러져 있도록.
敵は深手を負っています。
Active. Alright, sure.
이쪽으로.
그들 또한 잠들게.
기대받지 않은 것들을 모조리 치워버린.
敵は深手を負っています。
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
They're not active, we're fine. I swear to God, man, if I complete this like in like an hour max, maybe. Like aside from
지킬 게
this
많거든.
time currently, so like 2 hours, 40 minutes, something like that. It's gonna be the whole stream. I'm gonna be so upset because I got told there's like a lot of lore, so I was expecting to read a lot. That's why I was kind of postponing it for a few days to get like a better, proper timing. Enough time to finish it. And if it's gonna turn out that I could have just done it and be well done with it that quickly, I'm gonna be upset. Swoosh out of here.
불청객은 찌그러져 있도록.
소매는 단정하지 않군요.
엘리ートオペレーター並みの腕前です。
겁나를.
Honestly, I could have used that skill 3 earlier on the counter guy, because that probably could have staggered him. Maybe.
잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
But I'm not sure it has a lot of HP. But this hits Dracula. Oh well.
기대받지 않은 것들을 모조리 치워버린. 파괴 완료.
즉시 퇴거하시죠.
敵は深手を負っています。
It's active again, really? Oh, let's use counter, but that won't work, so just normal attack, I suppose. Just Odyssey it out. Actually, no. Attack with this one. Neutral. Dominating, there we go. This one's favor. Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure to clash this one. There we go.
이쪽으로.
Willkommen. Hello. Hello, hello. Sorry, so I forgot to tell you earlier. I just completely like it just left my mind. So Xbox Game Pass will change their plans. Now unlimited plan will cost like $35. Jesus Christ. That's so much money. Very, very convenient.
敵は深手を負っています。
Reminded me, Payday 2 had like the subscription thing happened recently too as well, right? Apparently, their like the big edition of Payday 2 had a price increase, and they like changed it back and responded that it was by accident, like it was an error of some sorts, just as the subscription went into plan. I was sleeping and my alarm didn't go, so then I woke up and came to this. Alright, hope you had a nice rest. Soup. So, soap! Even in the morning I cannot read. It's just, it just happened. It will just happen and keep on happening. Soup, yeah. Soup M4A1. My favorite character, and using the gun in Call of Duties of Modern Warfare. It's active again. My file is Captain Price. That's a popular opinion. I passed these guys with points. I was doing a... I was doing a mirror yesterday because I was going to stream yesterday actually at the same time more or less, but I forgot that today is Thursday. I'm gonna try using the field tree here. Probably, maybe we'll get to stagger. I forgot that today was Thursday, so instead of streaming I just had to do a mirror. So I just did another 15 floors solo with the AC Rhodia. She's absolutely busted. It's fantastic. I don't even need to hit this thing, I just need to kill this guy. I got I got to floor 15. There was one struggle because with done back, I didn't have enough sinking eco gifts or upgraded them enough. So she staggered me first instead of me. So we couldn't I couldn't stagger her before she staggered me, so had to use Hung Glue for a second, unfortunately. The ocean wind blowing between white buildings. Someone stands with a lamplight and looks around, the bloom illuminating the piles of sea monster corpses. What are the civilians doing out here on the front lines? Given the clear similarities between his and Irene's outfit, he must be an Inquisitor. We're here to help the Inquisitors. An Inquisitor is leading our evacuation. Ever heard of Library of Babel? I'm pretty sure they wanted that to be the name of Library of Ruina, but they could not, so they changed it to Ruina. But yeah, as I was saying, for that dunk bag fight, I had to just use Hung Glue temporarily, so it wasn't pure solo, but I just wanted my weeklies, man. It's a mod anyways. Really? I didn't know someone made a mod with that name. We're here to help the Inquisitors, let's say the truth. The role of a civilian is to survive and contribute to Iberia's survival. You didn't sacrifice yourself to the front lines to hold the line against the very sea, for that is the Inquisitor's role. With that, the Inquisitor quickly saw us away from here. Ah, God damn it! Moral of the story: always lie. In the center of what appears to be an arc symbolizing the city, at the center of that brilliant golden light, must be Mayors. Let's take a quick break here. Are you alright, Doctor? I just need to take a quick breather. You should probably work on your cardio, or Miss Amia might have to piggyback you around. Yeah, well, once we get back, I'll start working out like Halcyon suggested. Executive Manager, if it ever comes to it, you may trust me with the piggybacking. I'm good. Perhaps being in close proximity to Mayor's vision of Utopia and the center of the light did something. Seaborns near us only gave us a passing glance without attacking us. Something about the way they looked at us felt like they were concerned about us. The sinners couldn't help but look away with a funny feeling. I feel sorrow, regret. Maybe these feelings are denials for all those times she spent agonizing over this. And we really bring back Miss Mayors. We will help her return. That's what we were here to do after all. Alright, let's rest up for a bit before moving on. Take a moment to collect ourselves. If Rodia's gonna get positive SP, swear to God. They added Limbus keyword like rupture syncing and changed ego pages and combat pages. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, speaking of earlier, I picked the syncing team again for this because as I was doing the mirror, the collab team pack appeared and it had a syncing gift. And it was a very nice gift that I wish I could have taken but did not because, well, obviously spoilers, I haven't finished this thing yet. But it was basically plus 25% more damage for to enemies that have sinking. Like, goddamn, did I wanted to take it. But yeah, restraining myself. After taking enough rest, we continue on towards the refracted light. Revive all dead sinners and heal any surviving sinners to max HP. Alright, because there's no shop, because there would be no sense in there being a shop. Right. Okay, it did not change the speed, that's nice. Shame about that ego gift, but whatever, man. Happens. Let's finish this. I hope I'm not gonna get stuck on the boss. Oh, this place looks sick. Mayor's despair. The repulsiveness of people's ill intent. And the faint hope from the light found within. All kinds of emotions and memories rise to the surface of Amiya's fathoms, then sink again. Those same thoughts seep into me as well. unfiltered. The sins that people have committed won't just go away. Humanity's ill intent will propagate unintended too. But the tides that Miss Mayors is trying to summon to douse it will devour humanity, their civilization, and the city they came from. I was about to play Limp Biscuit Company, but updated like 15 gigabytes, and I was like, nah. If you do update it right now, you have a free 10 pull ticket, because El Director literally yesterday streamed himself getting all the stuff from the collab banner and then showing off his Arc Knight account with like everything maxed out just to show off. Okay, I saw the Steam like notification. I forgot to get the daily extraction ticket and 10 level up tickets. Oh man. I mean, that's fine, there's still plenty of time. Like, the daily thing is for 2 weeks, and we still have like, what, 3 weeks? Until the collab ends. So I don't think that's the right way to do. So many extraction tickets. If only you played the game. Not as long as Dante and the people of Limbus Company refuse. This isn't like the time I retrieved the ego. In place of the light, a speck of darkness casts a shadow. So much money, scheme boring. What's all the gambling for though? If not for gaming. Reach out into the darkness, a strange power courses through me. Strange power courses through me before radiating toward the sinners. All the sinners gain emotional connection for the duration of this encounter.
囚人の皆さんの状態に何か
This background, this battle hall stage is sick. And the music's fantastic as well. What is this? On hit against enemy, 15 coins, chance to gain 1 ego resource corresponding to a used skill affinity. When an enemy dies after an allied unit skill attack ends, gain 2 least own ego resources in an encounter. Oh, that's nice! That's very good. Go outside for real. No, the thing is, he just logs in and collects the tickets. It's not because he like... yeah, just grinds them. No, he just doesn't play the game. He just logs in, collects, logs out. Refuses to elaborate. Alright, any funny passives? Take minus 90% damage from burn, bleed, tremor, sinking. Turn start, gain 10 protection. Fantastic. Turn end, consume a best and fatality to summon Sea Terror Hard. Okay, good thing we have Heath then. I'm waiting for the good moment to use all the tickets. He's waiting with all the max healing potions for that moment to use them all, but he gets to the final boss and still does not use them. He wins the game with all those unused potions. There's also Abyssal Vitality consuming. Every time a Sea Terror, this unit is summoned is killed, take fixed HP damage equal to the unit's max HP. Oh, that's nice. Adrift Compassion at 50% HP immediately ends combat phase and gains a new pattern. Disable the phototoxic Possession passive, gain 100 Abyssal Vitality. Gaining this passive or when recovering from stagger gains shield equal to the amount of HP lost once per turn. Gaining shield activate effects of Indelible Compassion. Shield breaks due to getting hit with stagger and gain 5 fragile. On start, 500 all enemies with less than 15 in fragile equal to double the number of times before the compassion they believe in losses is worth was during There's so much stuff here, holy fuck. When on top of gain final power +3 and coin power +3, and double the amount of nervous impairment inflicted hit. God damn, there's so much. Win rate. Unclashable. This skill does not deal damage against targets. After attack gain 100 abyssal vitality. Alright. So for this turn I'm just going to use shield. Actually no, that won't do anything because it's unclashable. Therefore this means nothing. Well then, use the shittiest skills first, probably. That's more like it. When was the last one, forget? It was before the daily check-ins, yeah, for the collab. El Director really wants everyone to get the things from the collab, because the collab is limited. Like the whole story and everything you see here will just disappear in like 3 weeks. Permanently.
Limbus カンパニーの皆さんとご一緒できて本当に嬉しいです。
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that the daily check-ins are just for people to not miss out on the content. Everything seems fine. Do not... Okay, this is him attacking here. Ish. Okay, everything seems fine.
이딴과 마냥 손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다니.
18.7k. You have like 2k more than me, but I spent 200 rolls on this collab banner.
지킬 게 많거든. 불청객은 찌그러져 있어.
Oh my god, I just noticed the status effect, the emotional connection or whatever, is just a little Amiya, basically. Very nice.
効果的な攻撃でした。
Beautiful 13 damage.
とても効果的でした。敵は深手を負っています。
Uh-oh. It's clashable? It is. Okay. This thing's last, so Crow's Eye is not very... Wait, actually... No, it's not very good. Dominating, there we go. 9 extraction tickets. 3 Deca tickets. 2, 10, 50? Oh, 3 starts guaranteed. Right. With 3 starts. Alright. Yeah, that's decent. Fraudy I should block probably. Attacking this guy, just block. Counter, rather. Power counter it through to get the swords in.
이딴과 마냥 손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다니.
Perfect.
모두가 너를 잊어도 반드시 되찾을 거다.
Oh, attacks like their friends as well. You could see like damage here and damage here.
너도 누군가 있어도 지킬 게 많거든. 정리하겠습니다. 불결한
ドクターのように優れた式ですね。
그대 또한 잠들게.
エリートオペレーター並みの腕前です。
Carito pride to this. It's so weird hearing Japanese in Limbus. Hmm. Wait. Prioritize allies the most current HP. When targeted, an ally deals 0 damage, clash power, zone for every sinking on target, on hit, target. Targeting an ally, apply, or just buff. Yeah, just keep blocking. Which one's the better one? The yellow one or the yellow one? Oh, this thing's active. Like this instead, actually. The Arknights is Japanese? I don't think so, actually. But I do know that they have like separate... You can choose from like... because I know there's a Korean VA for Amiya. Like there's a Korean like dub. Which is kind of strange why they picked the Japanese Amiya. Maybe El Director has preferences. But yeah, as far as I know, it's like in it's Korean, it's in Japanese and Chinese. Arknights its own, not sure. Maybe Chinese, maybe Korean. I don't think it is Japanese, but I don't know. I may be wrong. Perfect, targeting Gregor. Neutral. I don't like this neutral one, but it should... You know what, I'm just gonna use an ego. Or actually, no, I'm just gonna dodge. This will work better. Yeah, let's do this.
오자 터뜨려주지.
막을 수 없다면 직접 후회를 새겨주지.
Just shot it away.
차라리
Oh, now that's some damage. Now we're dealing some damage. Well done, Rodia.
이 전투에 명예 따위에 기대하고 있는 건
このままいけば敵を食い止められます。
It's all red. Yeah, I'm gonna summon Dulan. Why not? Oh, this thing's active. You attack this guy, and you attack this guy. Alright, here Gregor. Okay, we're good.
나아가 주게.
Minus 40 SP Rhodia, that's intentional. It's very good. She uses minus coins now.
그대 또한 참
And they're very powerful.
기대받지 않은 것들은 모조리 치워버리지.
지키기 너도 누군가에게 맡겼다고. 지킬 게
I actually need to
많거든.
make Rhodia defend so she doesn't regain too much sanity. So she gets stabbed.
エリートオペレーター並みの腕前です
One of these. She got a good one, stabbed with one. Now I can just do this. And since we have positive sanity, he'll use the Lament, Mourn and Despair, and that will boost our coffin amount, boosting Hif. This is gonna be fantastic. This is not active, which is perfect. Struggling here a tad bit, but it's fine. Can just dodge our problems away. I'm gonna try countering. No, I'm gonna try actually here. It's gonna turn into the Mount Lament thing. So it should suffice to clash. I guess that's about it. Or is it? No, there's someone missing. Because I should be able to clash with everyone. It's Gregor again. Wait, no, it isn't. That was fine. Someone clashing here? Yeah, it's Ishmael. Right. It's Ishmael. It's struggling. Can I just dodge this? I can. Alright.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
정리하겠습니다. 기대받지 않은 것들은 모조리
Single
치워버리지.
lament, mourn,
소매는
spare here.
단정하지 않고.
It is. We're gonna get this turn.
좋겠지만
직접 후회를 새겨주지.
Yeah, no, they did not stand a chance. This is perfect for clashing.
서도록 할까?
Not active, still perfect. Clashing with everything aside this guy. Sabre slash here. And there we go. Win rate truly be win rating. Rhodia, do not use your funny skill yet. Can you counter this? Thank you.
날카롭고
I just hope I don't corrode Rhodia.
공 속에서 비명을 질러라.
Okay, that was close. Probably should focus on dodging these actually. The red coins.
퇴거하시죠.
Okay, she's still fine. Cordelia, destroy them. No, go. What are you doing? There we go. Can you go here? Now everything's perfect. Yeah.
이쪽으로. 차라리
아무것도 남지 마라.
Very nice. Look at this damage.
받을 수 없다면
얼얼하지? 정신 못 차릴 거야.
여기가 득석이군.
초대받지 않은 것들 모조리 치워버리.
Honestly, this feels kind of easier than the night fight because you had to read the passives for the night fight, but I feel like you don't need to read anything for this. You just have to clash everything. And you obviously just you have to make sure to hit this. Is this active? It is. I would love to use counter with Hive, but actually maybe I still can. Someone. Here, I'm gonna use the counter here just so I get Dullahan and use this attack for AoE. I use Greg here to destroy this thing. Both of these are struggling. Who is not struggling? I guess I can just do this and do this. I could be extra safe and use Blood Sack to kill everyone. Not sure if it's worth it really. Actually, do it. He's almost half HP, so we'll be like perfectly ready for the second phase. Two Fluid Sack, whatever. Our counter dominating. This one's empty. One's also empty. Dodge this one, Otis. We'll get more of that funny status effect. And should be fine.
이 땅과 만인
Check the aims after the fight. Alright.
속에서
편히 쉬시게.
Fancy. You've aged a lot since the last time we met, Fabi. Is this a characteristic of your sub-race? You haven't aged a day. So what brings you to the Church of the Deep? Seaborns are in indispensable in our preparation for the impending doom. Nothing else can ensure the survival of humanity. Thus, it would only be right for me to join hands with those who are able and willing to become Seaborns, search for a way to prolong our existence. You're looking to use the knowledge of the wise and the talented as nourishment for Seaborns. That won't do anything more than prolong our existence. But is survival alone not enough? I thought a bishop of the church would share a majority of that belief with me. Maybe you and I both have put out our faith in the Seaborns, but the word faith might mean something different for you than it does for me. Seaborns shouldn't be our object of worship. We have to stand on equal ground as them and set our eyes on their natures. Please step aside. Desperation, sadness, sympathy. Myra's emotions gush upward, carried by bubbles. Terra, a land in which the hatred of the different has entrenched itself. A city, a place in which people, crushed by the trails of life, have surrendered to its absurdities. They both need the Seaborns, perfected beneath the light. This is but your wish, Miss Myers. Past does not believe them to be necessary elements for the city. Even in the city, there are people who are searching for reasons to live on, dreaming of a better world. We all know that it can't possibly be easy to change, but there has to be some kind of worth value in that process alone, in the lives we lead within the city. What worth could there be to a life of the unkind? The kind of life humanity is doomed to exist in, or all we ever do is hurt and hate one another. Listen, efficient order, natural altruism, they are both virtues humanity should never lose sight of, but there's no such thing as absolutes when it comes to the values of life. Survival is the right of all civilization, which means that it should never be up to others to define the worth of life, to argue for it. But what if there's no other way? Can you even understand what I'm saying? Some time had passed since I made Faro Muerto my home. Unlike my prediction, the Seaborn's evolution seemed to have lost its explosive progress, and Fabius seemed to be content just observing their slow development. Maybe it's because they're directionless, without a specific wish. Even still, Seaborns were the key to changing Terra, the land. To stand against the incoming calamity, we needed their survivability and adaptability. And the humanity that has turned exhaustion into ill intent needed the Seaborns' blind, selfless altruism towards their own. So while I never stopped my studies, sometimes small but sharp continued to stab at my frustrated heart. Something, not sometimes, god damn it. Stultified and unable to be resolved. If we were to lose even our sense of self and creed, assimilated into this stagnated great will, for the sake of survival, civilization had to be no more for the sake of us. I had to be no more. The realization of that paradox made the first crack in my confidence that Seaborns were the answer to the problem Iberia, the land that humanity faced, and thought the cracks and the seeds of doubt were sown. But I'd already come too far to find a path more beautiful than the Seaborns. No more wasting time with these stupid ruminations. There has to be a way. Some kind of condition Seaborns need to fulfill to retain their sense of selves, to retain their individual hopes and wishes. I stood adrift atop the inundation of years I dedicated to this purpose, holding onto this precious hope, and steeled my shaking heart. And that was the easy part. There are no better solutions. Don't look away from the answer that lies right in front of me. All I need to do is to find a way for Seaborns to hope and wish, to have them each carry a sense of self. I just have to repeat that to myself like mantra, again and again. But my drifting days came to an end when I found a new path illuminated by the strange light from across the sea. On that day, yes. The day when that faint blue light shone. A whisper visited me. Who's there? Whose voices? What? The answer, sought through the eons by people I didn't recognize, played over and over in my ears. The voice that spoke, it was muffled but warm and beautiful. The light of the city. The hearts that were lost, the emotions that were forgotten, the sense of self that... No, that's enough of that, but I'd like to hear more about the light. The light that has sprouted from the 10 virtues. And the image those words drew in my mind was clearer and more beautiful than ever. Terra, the city, they've both failed to find a way out of this brittle. If they're going to be satisfied with living on as they are, then you can't change what you see by standing still. If you want to bring about a better world, then even if you may be lost in the ideals, you have to keep walking. Survival, worth of life, as I've never been too certain about either of those complicated ideas, I had no unflinching creed with which to convince her. That's not to say that the city has no need of the altruistic nature Mayors wants to bring here there. That's not to say that I have a better answer than the combination of Seaborns and the light. Ideals. Utter to me what you think the ideal is. Even still, the emotions, the regrets, the conversations I found and collected over the journey alongside the sinners become my answer, and I tick on. Honestly, I don't really know the city all that well either. My memory only goes back a year, and for what is practically my entire existence, I've been surrounded by the sinners and our adventure. Still, we want to keep trying. You're right, the city is an absurd, vicious place. Something new and horrible surprises me every other day, but... Mayors, the light you spoke of, I don't think that's what protects the ego, the sense of self. To protect it, you have to first look unflinchingly both ways. The path that lies ahead and the one that you've walked. Then you confront them both. That can't be right. The light, it has to. You're just working based on what you heard about the city, and the light ain't that right. How can you be so confident that the light will be able to protect the Seaborn's sense of self? Ain't that just what you want to believe? I think it's a distinct possibility. Even if the light can do that, do what you hope it does, Mayors, it won't change anything. Turning our nature's kind by transforming us into Seaborns, a convenient method like that isn't our path. Because the sense of self protected like that, the kind nature attained like that, wouldn't be our own, it'd be yours, Mayor. Protecting your own sense of self, while being compassionate and kind, it's a path of unbearable suffering. We might fail some days, despite our best efforts. Some days we'll be forced to confront the sins of our path and suffer. Verily, not one of us, we are now, may see the culmination of that path, yet I can hardly find within myself to simply leave it all in thy hands without so much as trying. You're saying that Seaborns can't be the answer I've always sought. It doesn't make much sense if you think about it, Mayors. The sea monsters don't even know what self means. That's why they show no hesitation before sacrifice. If you were to introduce the sense of self to those sea monsters, that selflessness you want will be no more. The Seaborn, shaped distortion who is not a Seaborn, and endlessly anguished, contemplating distortion. If Mayors wish is to achieve an altruistic world, then her desire has to be that she doesn't want her efforts to become meaningless. Seaborns may be the perfect answer for some people. As an example, Avius, it seems clear to me that that was precisely what his wish, but that doesn't seem to align with yours. Find a new answer, Miss Mayors. You're telling me I have to go back to wandering for so much time more in search of that new answer? You won't be alone on that path. walk it together, relying on one another, and it won't feel as long. Trying to carry such a heavy burden all by yourself, Miss Myers. It's such a prideful thing to do. Indelible compassion. So many skills. All of them have red coins. Just lovely. And this does not bode well. Alright, because we didn't use flute sack. But we gain more ego resources that way, at least. That's nice. I always hate when you get cock blocked by using skills because lore. Okay, I cannot hit this actually. It's unclashable. I just have to deal with this. Attack weight. This does not have attack weight. I can dodge. Never mind, I cannot. I suppose everyone is using egos here. Because I don't know what else. Oh! If actually can use the funny. Neutral, even Rhodia. Oh, Gregor can dodge as well. I didn't know. Is this fine to dodge? It is. If he nails it though. I kinda want to leave Rhodia here. Maybe it will work. This, we have to clash this one. Oh, okay. Okay. Better. Actually. No, hold on. I want to check
불편한 점이라도 있으십니까?
if it has any, like, sinking value. This tremor. I guess just this. We cannot dodge. Bygone days. This will inflict sinking, so perfect. Yisang. Deal with this. Favored on Dimension Shredder. It's crazy. I'm just gonna use this on the off chance he gets heads. Alright. No! Are you serious? It wasn't enough.
승리를 위해서라면
Oh, this sucks.
나를 부르는 물소리가
You know what? Maybe good thing that the flute sack got blocked.
승리할 거예요. 주인께서 명하셨습니다. 당신 청소하라.
Okay, she's minus 45 now. It's great. It's good. Next turn may not be as harsh, maybe. Although we have 2 staggers, so someone will get hit.
우산이 새지는 않나 모르겠어.
It's a lot of damage. Tides carry away the windows, the mayor's pass, soon devouring them beyond vision. That's a lot of text. It's almost as if Mayors and the dungeon of the Fathoms, no, the ocean itself is fusing into one. Majority of distortions encountered by the boss team have assumed a form generally recognized as an organic entity. However, there is nothing preventing a distortion's form from breaking that boundary and taking a different shape, as it may vary by the individual's desires. If a distortion is allowed to exacerbate undeterred, it may eventually corrode this very space in which we stand. As we were talking, taking some time to catch our breaths, a few small machines stumbled to the ground, shot from one of the trembling Fathoms. It must be one of those mysterious machines in Mayer's home we saw when we peered into her memories. The machines continued to whir loudly as though the waves broke them. We saw that there were various apparatus attached to the sockets on their sides. Expensive they appeared, yet how numerous they are. Well, you know, maybe she's similar to one of those fixer fellas who are always hell-bent on picking up every new cutting-edge workshop tech. Huh, it says "little handy" down there. This has an oddly similar structure to the Hand of the Saint Inquisitor brought. Then shall this fantastically wonderful machine be of assistance in our battles? Rhodes Island already seems to have their hands full holding the line against the tide of sea terrors. We should probably take just one and leave the rest to help them out. For a quick discussion, the sinners decided to take just one of the machines. Take one of the Wilderness Survival modules, gain a max HP and healing boost. Take one of the Housekeeping Assist module, enhances the effect of the Hand of the Saint. Take one of the Incremental Motion firmware, gain Safeguard affecting against stagger. Take one of the Mini Decontamination Kit, gain an effect that counteracts the Netera's brand's influence on sinners. Take one of the external power upgrade, take temporary power boost. This seems the worst, unless the fight is supposed to end quickly. Thinking this one, maybe. Because the HP thing I can just flute sack away. I'm thinking this one. Need a computation kit deactivate. Detected. Counteracting Netera's Intersea brand toxicity. I don't really understand how it works, but that sure sounds helpful. All sinners gain little handy for the duration of the encounter. Oh, we're unstaggered, perfect. And we can attack this thing again. This fight is perfect. Easy. Okay. Okay, yeah, we can clash now, yeah. It's okay, it's fine. We got this. That being said, one attack we have to just let go. Someone has to be hit. Unless someone is getting hit twice. And it's Ishman. Now the question is, can she dodge twice? And the bigger question is, can she roll all heads on this amount of sanity? Oh, she can, because I can use Flute Sack here once more. It's this one and this one, right? Yeah. And then I can use the extra person to attack the funny. Power her down. Dusting is useless now. Maybe I could use... Oh. Or here. Or is it the same? It's the same. But by this time she should be negative sanity, so maybe it will be fine. Hopefully. This will dodge. This will Ishmael dodge. Okay, yeah, seems good to me. I just hope the first clash is going fine. Frodia. Okay, there we go. Here we go. And it went smoothly. Minus 45, we've got this.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Damn it.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Tails, but it's fine. We're in it for the healing anyway. Shit, I just realized. I have not equipped my new ego. Meaning I won't have as much currency. The collab currency. God damn it. So much money lost. Yeah, whatever.
戦闘の準備を
I'm gonna be spamming mirror dungeons anyway. She recovered so much sanity. I don't believe Heath can do it. Everyone seems to be fine on health though. So what I'm gonna do is let everyone attack and the last person gonna clash. Actually, is someone here that can just easily clash? Don't think so. Otis just shoot her. I'm gonna play it safe.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
수 없다면 직접 후회를 새기리.
지키기 위해서.
Very nice.
부숴주마.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
But still a lot of damage despite everything. Oh, that's unideal.
ご一緒できて本当に嬉しいです
And boss is staggered, so I cannot heal right now. Rodia is tanking to two attacks. I could technically, because everyone is speed, every attack of hers is speed 1, so can't she dodge this? No, well, never mind. It was an attempt. Gregor can dodge on the other hand. Is anyone targeting him? Yes. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm gonna dodge this thing. Or maybe no, I don't know how That'll work exactly, so I'm gonna play it safe and dodge this thing. I'm gonna dodge it. And then the next attack he'll also dodge because the evading will stay. Therefore I can use Eve Clip, for example. And yeah. We can break the thing. We can Mayors. Personal favorite. Gregor, so we have to clash. This, wait. This one's on Gregor, this one's an Ish, okay. There we go. Okay, praying.
나아가주게.
Went smoothly. And now I have fast back on track. I can heal up a bit. And this is busted, so every clash will be perfect, almost. Yeah, just use Flutsack on this instead. I'll just can clash this one. Okay, seems fantastic.
오작 터뜨려주지.
Okay, this one was kind of close though. It's fine.
여기가 뱃속이군.
Oh, that damage! Sinking Linton Gregor is fantastic. I need to do a solo with him. The mirror.
이 전투는 승리.
Imagine all the that tier 4 sinking your gift and the poise your gift combined as well.
모조리 치워버린다.
It was a fun fight. It's true that people scrutinize others for differences to find something they can't hate. But it's also true that it is often those very differences that people look up to. And admiration usually goes hand in hand with overestimation. Yes, and Miss Mayers admired these two unknowns, Seaborns and the Light. She thought they would be the solution to everything. Mayers, do you still want to go to the city? No. I'll remain here in Terra. I'll broaden my studies and I'll talk more. To find a new path toward realizing my wish. As for what will happen now, Miss Mayers, we're going to need to have a long talk with the Inquisition, but we'll help too. We'll help you in your research for that path, if we can. The great arc built from the city crumbles. Light fades and gives way to shadows. And we found ourselves back aboard the vessel Massas. Battle complete. Vessel Massas, it's slowing down. How's Miss Mayers? Here, unconscious. The mental strain seems to have taken its toll. That'll happen inside the dungeon of the Phantoms, but it can't have been too easy on her mind to send so many waves after us. What will happen to Miss Mayers now? First, we'll wait for the Inquisition's ruling, then bring her to Rhodes Island. Her efforts were misguided, as she also had Terra's best interests at heart. Together, I'm sure we can discuss a better way forward. Why is she sentenced to death? But we'll need to offer a different proposal. We can consider it when we get to it, Doctor. It's finally over. All we have left to do is go back. As we were preparing to leave without our hearts much lighter than they were earlier. Hold on, everyone. Something's rapidly approaching us. A loud throbbing roar vibrates the air as a strange shadow looms over the ship. Where did this shade come from? Shade? Near replicant? Persona? Wait, is that... Almost as if driven by instinct, Ishmael takes the radio from Gregor and runs into the control room. Something must have clicked in Otis's head as she also turned and ran after Ishmael. If those two are running into the bridge... Brace, ground something! Oh, bollocks. I'm mucking it up right before the finish line. Doctor, Dante has advised that we grab onto something. I see. They're preparing to turn the ship around. Everyone brace for impact. Stay alert. Something's coming. The ship leaned heavily as it hurriedly turned port side, and I caught a glimpse of a massive shadow gliding just beneath the water's surface, right where the ship was a second ago. Multi-track boat drifting. It's a seaborn, about the size of, no, slightly larger than the vessel masses. Mia's communicator buzzes with Ishmael's voice. The currents are going wild. Wait, no, something's causing these currents to go wild. We try our best to maintain evasive maneuvers for as long as possible, but we can't do this forever. If the situation does not improve, we may have to take the vessel masses to cross the dimensional door. Does Rhodes Island have a way out of this quandary? Not at this moment. But we have to come up with one now, and fast. Dante, does anything come to mind? We should first figure out why that seaborn's coming after us. Copy that. I'll focus on steering the ship, so keep us updated. With that, the ship immediately begins a sharp turn, narrowly dodging the ponderous body of the seaborn as it swims by. We can't just take the whole ship across the dimensional door. We are not the only ones on it. But the sea is too wild to simply turn around to let the others leave. It's almost like it's obsessed with this ship. Just why could it possibly be coming after the ship all of a sudden? Could it be that Fabius' order? It's coming after me. Skadi, you? Yes, I'm their enemy. An abyssal hunter. As though to prove it, the giant beast began to charge against the bow of the ship the moment Skadir positioned herself there. Just what are the abyssal hunters? Why are they so gung-ho about trying to kill you? Abyssal hunters are those who hunt sea terrors and seaborns. Of course, this isn't based on any emotion, such as vengeance or resentment. It's Skadi's. Well, that's not important right now. What matters is that their soul is targeting Skadi. Operators of Rhodes Island are heavily fatigued at this moment from their long defense against the waves in the Dungeon of the Fathoms. The same could be said of us and Miss Amia, who battled Mayors in the meantime. To engage that seaborn in this particular circumstances. Oh! Something shakes the vessel masses once again. What's this now? There's more? There are indeed multiple entities surrounding our ship. However, a violent destructive sound crashes through the waves toward vessel masses. Past the sudden wall of mist there was. We're lucky. Or was this simply how it was supposed to go? Aishar Mla, the last night comes in. Sir Knight. 2 seaborns. Going to be fine, Miss Inquisitor. If he's the same knight we fought earlier, I doubt he'll be able to stop himself from charging at that giant of a sea monster. Like Honglu said, the knight charged straight at the giant rough wave at the great seaborn as though he hardly noticed our presence. I like the transitions, like the lines vertical lines, like from a PowerPoint presentation. If we can help the knight repel that Seaborn, we just might have a shot at sending Limbus company back through the dimensional door and escaping before the vessel masses ourselves. Escaping aboard the vessel masses ourselves. Can everyone still move? I'm almost on my limit, but I can still move. I've got a plan, and I'd like for everyone to trust me on this. Things weren't so bad outside after you've entered the portal. Now's the time for the hunter to get to work. A bright ray of light from Irene's lamp shines upon those atop the deck, while Skadi leaps tall into the air, using the ship's bow as her launching pad. Operators each scatter to their appropriate positions as commanded by the doctor. Ishmael and Otis, both excited to the decks, exited the sticks as well. You're very excited about this whole going event, presumably having found someone to steer the ship. Is it okay to have ya two out here? This cult Sith seemed to know enough about seafaring to take over. While this crisis is far from over, she was good enough that it was reasonable for us to leave the ship steering to her and descend to the decks for our return. It doesn't seem like we'll be able to bid you goodbye. Are you sure you're all going to be okay? We can stay a little longer and help. I appreciate the sentiment, I really do, but Amiya pointed toward the dimensional door, which had shrunk significantly smaller since the first time we saw it. You don't have much time. I wonder if it was only supposed to open for a set period of time, or what if it's closing now because our work here is done? There was precious little we could learn about it now. But it was above that obvious that our time here was coming to an end. I'm also at my limit here, I can't read. Thanks, Amiya. We have been lost for a while in this world if it weren't for Rhodes Island help. Well, thanks to you, we should be able to sufficiently study the dimensional door before we return. Time to say goodbye to the Iberian sea breeze, I guess. Do you have any idea how big the pile of paperwork is going to be at the Inquisition? Merda, try not to drop into Iberia next time, you got that? Sure, let's all stay nicely put in our own worlds. As the Great Seaborn briefly falters at the combined might of Skadi and the Knight, the ship's bow managed to stop inches from the dimensional door. Oh, that's sick. Look at this beast. And the Knight on their own sea, Rocinante. Manager, now's your chance. Get to the dimensional door. Someday, I hope we can meet again. In the next limited collab with Limbus, with Arknights and Limbus Company. What's this dog person? Did we meet them? We shall take our leave. Let's return to the city. The sea had turned into a brutal battlefield. Terrible roars contending with one another. Taking one final look at Rhodes Island, defending the vessel masses, we leaped into the pitch-black darkness at the center of the dimensional door. I'm swept away by the tides of consciousness. The river draws out my memory and consciousness, sublimating them away. Then... where is this Ihongyan? I look around and see the sinners strewn about the room, dozing off. Look, I see Heathcliff crash like that all the time, but how did everyone crash at the same time, sleeping against the walls? A bizarre sensation that something was truly amiss crawls up my spine. You have come to. Now that you have come to, I request that you continue your rest in your chambers. Your presence here makes it difficult to conduct cleaning activities in areas adjacent to your body. Huh? What? Just came through the dimensional door after Rhodes Island? Roads. You were transferred here after the LCCA discovered your company unconscious at the entrance of a lobotomy corporation branch. So it was all just a dream. I feel like I just went through a memorable experience, but I can't recall what. And we gained egos through the dream. Imagine we just like sleep maxed to get stronger, achieving new egos by just dreaming weird fucking shit. Gold ego, I choose you. There was a hole in my memory and this strange emotional tug on my heart. An ego I don't ever recall extracting. Omnum Rocinante. Did I hear gold ship? Neuron activated. You did hear well. Really avail me but 5 more minutes of scheduling wooden training dummies to awaken you in 5 minutes. But the bizarre sensation naturally settles. What was that abnormality? What just happened? I don't have any answers to either of those questions, but... Wait, where's Sod? You said something about how there's been a delay or something. I couldn't find Sod. He's been bringing us odd jobs here and there during our stay, and you were in Yihongyeon. But on the desk I did find a note filled with various requests and letters, both presumably left behind by Sod. We've got a distortion contract. Come on, time to earn your keep. You weren't going to lounge around until we got a message from HQ, right? Are they allergic to giving us time off or something? In that moment, a certain voice briefly surfaced from the abyss of my memories, before sinking again. There's no such thing as absolutes when it comes to the value of life, which means that it should never be up to others to define the worth of life, to argue for it. Gulshi, gulshi, gulshi. The worth of life. I don't quite recall who said that, or even where I heard it from. Honestly, I don't even understand what exactly it was supposed to mean. You can change what you see by standing still. If you want to bring about a better world, then even if you may be lost in the ideals. And still, some of those words left a lingering impression in my heart. You have to keep walking. Unable to sit still, I got up from my seat and began waking up the sinners one by one. Yeah, it's not like we're getting anything done here. On your feet, guys, time to get to work. The sinners each began waking up, some of them looking around to get their bearings. Like they were just pulled out of a long dream. That's about it. And that's about it.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도. 그러고 보니까
Collab done.
그 환상체
I fumbled
이제
very
방으로
badly
내려준 아이가 없어졌지.
trying to equip egos.
관리를 맡겨주실까?
But yeah. Oh, that's what you meant by the mod. Yeah, there's Tremor Burst. Yeah, seems much more complex. Sounds interesting. And that's about it. Let me just collect all my money. We're rich. We're rich. This normal and hard difficulty also 100%, I believe, was just so people had more money for trying to get everything out of the gacha. And that's about it.
이 시간에
We did it. I'm now just gonna grind the event in the mirror. Sick. Although I may keep this one.
이 시간에 한 대 피워두지 않으면 나중에
Alright.
태울 틈이 나지
Well,
않아.
that's about it then. Thank you for watching.
차려진 짐승들을 불러들일
It's a
생각이
bit of a shame I didn't do it in the afternoon as I usually would stream. But I thought this would take way longer. Like I thought there would be a lot of lore. I guess I just I assumed wrong because we've done it exactly 3 hours. So yeah, I gotta go to school soon. Let's do a good stream. All right, good luck in school. I'm gonna bounce and eat something and I'll prepare for work. So yeah, thank you for watching. See ya next time. Limbus Company!